Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I am going to learn you about how we can use different type of headings, heading numberings, and how can we create a table content in a standard scientific document. So today, in this lecture, I am going to learn you about how we will create writing reports and some of the other things. So in this lecture, I am going to learn you about heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and the substance of heading 1 is for chapter, heading 2 for subheadings, and heading 3 subheading of subheadings. I'm also learn you about how we can create number of formattings like number 1, number 2, and so on. And after then, I will learn you about how we will create a table of content as you create your document. So first in here, I'm going to learn you about how we will enter heading 1 in this document. So for this, first we will set up all things. So this is the normal page you can see here. And if we go on the home tab, then you can see here number of styling here. So this is normal styling, then no space styling, then heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4. But in this lecture, I will show you heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and some more styling about paragraphs. But by default, this page will be set on the normal as you can see here. And if you're talking about other options of a styling, just click on this arrow and you can see there are more options of styling, so you can check out here. But for now, I'm using simple normal text here. So I'm selecting normal and then going here. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create some heading 1. And for heading 1, I'm typing here lesson 1. And now as you can see, the size of this text is very small. So now I'm going to change the format of this text. So I'm using size as 16, and then I'm using Arial rounded empty bold font for this text. So now all set here. Now I'm going to add some paragraph here. So to enter some paragraph, I'm using some dummy text. So you can see here, it is a dummy text I entered here. Now I'm selecting this all and then go on the size of this font, and then I am using 12 size for this. And now I am entering more headings. So for that I am using lesson 2 and then go on the size of this text and then go on the size of this text. So select this all and then 16. And after this I am entering some paragraph, and now I am entering a normal dummy text here. So this is dummy text here and selecting this all and then go on the size, and then I am using 12 for this. So this is how you can enter text here. Now I want some section in this lesson. So for that I press enter and then typing section 1, and also I want a section in lesson 1. So press enter and then section 1. And if you want another section, then press enter and type section 2. And also I want a subsection in this lesson 1. So for that type subsection 1 here. And now I am entering some paragraph in these sections. So I select this all and Control C to copy this, and then press enter and Control V to paste. And then in section 2, same for this, and then subsection 1. And in the lesson 2, for section 1, I am pasting same paragraph. So this is how we create sections and subsections. Now I will show you how to use headings in this document. So now I will show you how to highlight heading 1. So for heading 1, I am using lesson 1 and then just click on heading 1. So as you can see, this has been changed in heading 1. And now if you want to change the color of this heading, just select this all and then go here, and I am selecting black for this heading. So this heading is looking in black color now. And now if you want to change the styling of this heading, just select this all and then go here and you can choose any styling. So this time I am using Arial black. Now as you can see, here is no gap between this heading and this paragraph. So to add some space between this, go here in this paragraph arrow, just click on this and you can see spacing here, and after then you can add some space, like I am adding 12% spacing between heading and paragraph, then press OK. So you can see this space has been added between this heading and paragraph. And now I will show you how can we update this heading 1 setting. So to change this heading 1, just select this heading 1 and then go here and left click on this option, and you can see update heading 1 to match selection. Just click here, and as you can see, this has been updated with black heading. So this is for lesson 1, and now I'm going down, and for lesson 2 I'm using same heading 1, and after changing the heading format I'm going to section 1 and then I'm selecting this all and then click on heading 2. So this is showing as heading 2 here in section 1, and if you want to change the color of this heading 2, just select this and then you can select your font color. So I'm selecting black and it is looking in black. So if you want to change the size of this section 1, just go here and you can select any size whatever you want. So I am selecting this time 14, and if you want to change the font of this heading 2, just go here and then you can select any font. So I am using this time Arial rounded empty bold, and you can see here is no gap between this heading and this paragraph. So to add some space, just go here in this paragraph arrow and just click on this, and you can add some gap here, and I am adding 12% spacing between this and then press OK. So you can see spacing has been added between this, and then now I am going to update this heading 2 as same we did here. So just click on this. So for this I am selecting this and then go on heading 2 and left click on this and updating heading 2 to match selection. So you can see it is also looking in black color. So now to use this heading 2 in other sections, just click here and heading 2, then in lesson 2 here is section 1 and then heading 2. So this is how you can add headings. So for subsection I will use heading 3 here, and it is looking in blue color here. So for this subsection 1 I select this and then click on font color black, and then I am using Arial rounded empty bold, and the size of this heading is 12, and I want to set this on 12. And if you want to add some spacing between this, just go here and then add some space. So this time I am adding some spacing between this. So this is how you can add heading 3. And to update this heading 3, just select this and then go to heading 3 and left click on this and update heading 3 to match selection. So this is how you can update headings, colors and styling. So this is how I said everything here. And now if you're talking about this paragraph styling, so for this formatting I am using normal, but this is looking so small. So to change this styling, I will change the size of this font. So this time I am using 12 size, and then if we're talking about font, then this time I am using Arial rounded empty bold, and this is same for this. And then I'm going to change this normal styling, so update normal to match selection, and then click on this and then normal, and same for section 2, same thing for subsection 1 and section 1. So this is how we update this document. So now to add numbering in these headings, just go here in this multi-level list and you can select here numbering as your format. So I'm using heading in this document, that's why this numbering. So as you can see, the heading 1 is showing with number 1, number 2, and section 1 is 1.1, section 2 is 1.2, and here section 1 is 2.1. And if you're talking about subsection, then this is numbering with 1.2.1. So this is how you can add numbering in your headings. And then I am adding one more subsection in this lesson. So for that I type subsection 1, and when I click on heading 3, then this will be added like this. Now I am giving some paragraph in this subsection. So press enter and then Ctrl V. So you can see it is very simple to make a document very professional and it's looking very better. So now I will show you how we can add table of content in this document. And to add table of content, just go here and then type table of content. So to add table of contents, just go on references, and then you can see here table of contents. Just click on this, and when you click on this, you will see here more options of automatic table 1, automatic table 2, and manual table. And as you can see in automatic table 1, it is contents, then table heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. So this is how it will show your table of content. So now to add table of content, just click on this, and this time I am using custom table of content, and just click on this. So as you can see here, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 is looking like. So this table of content will be look like this. So to modify this preview of table of content, just click on modify. So you can see here table of content 1, which is for heading 1, then table of content 2, which is for heading 2, and same for heading 3 as table of content 3. So this time I am going to modify for table of content 1. So to modify this heading, just click on modify, and from here you can set up the size of that heading as 14 or 12, whatever you want. So this time I want this heading to be size of 14, and then I want this heading to be show as bold, and then I am setting this as Arial rounded empty bold, and I want to show this on the left side. So that's why I selected left justified here. So now I'm going to click on format and then click on tabs, and then you can place your tab position by 15.6 centimeter, and then placing on the second is like this, and I want to show this tab on the right side. So that's why I selecting right alignment for this, and after then click on OK. And now I am going to set up for table of content 2, which is for heading 2, and click on modify, and I am selecting 12 size and a rounded empty bold font for this, and then I am going to change the tab size. So this time I am also using 15.6 centimeter for this, and I want to show this on the right side, and then press OK and OK. Then for the table of content 3, which is for heading 3, I am selecting this and then click on modify, and this time I am using 10 for this and want to show Arial rounded empty bold, and then click on format tabs and then 15.6 for the size of the next tab, and then I want to show this on the right side, then press OK and then press OK. So now to show automatic update, just click on this and click on modify. As you can see, it is selected as automatically update, then press OK, and this is also selected as automatically update, and also for table of content of 3, and then press OK and then press OK when all set here. So now when all set here for the table of, then press OK, and as you can see here, the heading 1 is showing on the lesson 1 is like this, then 1.1 section 1, then 1.2 section 2, 1.2.1 for subsection 1, and the same format for the second lesson. So this is as follows here. So now I want to give a name to lesson 1. So for lesson 1 I am using introduction And for lesson 2, I am using conceptual method. And as you can see, the lesson 1 is for introduction and lesson 2 for conceptual method. But this time the table has not been updated here. So select this all and then left click on this and update field. So you can see the lesson 1 and lesson 2 has been updated in table of contents. Now I want to change the section 1 name. So for this I will use starting time. And for section 2 I am using background. And for subsection I am using timing. And same for the section 1 in the lesson 2 I am using concept. And for subsection of lesson 2 I am using methodology. And now to update our table of content, just click on this and then left click on this and then click on update field. So as you can see, our table of content has been updated. So now I want some space between this table. So for this I am going to paragraph arrow here and then want to spacing before this. So I'm using 6% spacing between this table contents and press on OK. So you can see some spaces has been added between two lessons in this table of content. My introduction chapter in the next page. So to break this page, just go on insert, then click on page break. So you can see here the lesson 1 has been updated on the next page. And then if I talking about the second chapter, this is showing in the next page here. So this is how you can break a page. And now I want to change the size of this table of content. So for this I am using 20 and want to show it like bold and want to change the font style. So this time I'm using an Arial rounded empty bold and this is showing like this. So now to change the indexing of this document, just select this and click on update field. Update entire table and then press OK. So you can see our table of content has been updated. So as you can see here, we learned about how to add heading 1, heading 2, subheadings, and how to add table of contents and use numbering of that contents. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and with this lesson you can create your own documents and scientific reports. So that's it. So now I'm going to stop this lecture. Thank you.